too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Hey.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up Week 11 with a good Monday nighter between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Here we go. Here we go. 70.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This will be taken very short. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Check 4, check 4. Check 31, check 31.
And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a give right side. It's Austin. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Anthony Lynn says now's the time. His guy's going on 4th down.
Hey, Delta! Mike,
4th down, Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Come on. Check 52. Check.
Here's Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Fournette. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. He'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Desmond King picks it. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
What we just saw, we saw a lot of last week. He had 5 tackles for loss a week ago and 1 here in the first quarter now.
And I think a lot of that comes from not just his athletic ability and his intelligence and understanding how he's being blocked and how to get to the ball carriers, but also comes from scheme as well. I mean, you've got a guy that hot, playing that well, your defense coordinator is looking for ways to create mismatches and get him to the football.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Step around 80. 190. Keep it skinny. 3 bud. 1 twist. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it. Hey, ready, son.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. This is Fournette. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll set up to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready. Fire. 64. Weak. Pretty quiet. Hey, kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, alert 3.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Pick it up, Switch. 25.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, and nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been... And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Jim.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my linemen out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if...
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On third down, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll run with Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Rocket! General West!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
At the 38-yard line.
Set white 90. Set white 80. Hey, 79. 79. Check. Crunch. 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 Behind.
Throwing on second down. Rivers. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm on. Check. Hey, Rocket. Check. Orange 5-4. Check 37. Watch twist.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Rivers. And caught by Henry. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
He's checking. Crash. 180. 53. Mike. Watch the
Patterson on the carry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Check 53. I know he ain't got it. Check safety. Undercrush.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. This one into the hands of Hurd. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6. At the 19-yard line.
Top. Wait, 89. Hey. Check 50. Cluster. Check 53's mine. I'm coming for you. You mine. Load it. Check
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, first down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. Second and goal. Rivers again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Weapon. Load it.
Third and goal for Rivers. This is caught by Williams. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Williams. A gain of 4 yards. It's fourth and goal.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. On the run, it's Fournette. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jacksonville.
Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, Lindsey, nifty move. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, a run with Lindsey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Charger drive about to get going. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Rivers to throw this time. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 23 here on the year. as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming up to you.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it first and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Patterson. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 36-yard line.
Hey, echo. Mike. Mike's both. Here we go. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Here I come. 44. You. 44 is the Mike. Squeeze, double. 44.
Here's Rivers. His throw incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Delta! 44 is the Mike. Hey, Charlie. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Don't get it out, son.
Rivers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here. And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If
they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Lindsey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
44.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the screen. Mike's 50. Watch the curl. Watch the pay. Wahoo. Load it. Load it. Hey, tight.
One last shot now for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Jacksonville, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.